Hi everyone, welcome to the webinar from the GAF series. My name is Bushan, coach at GAF Racing Program Bangalore. First of all, I would like to thank all the parents being a part of the Glenmark Acquired Foundation across all the centers, Mumbai, Delhi, and Bangalore. I appreciate your commitment and dedication towards the sport of swimming. I would say parents play a most important role in a swimmer's career and a part of the swim team. They're the ones who can make or break the career of a swimmer. So if they decide not to bring the kid to the practice, they can, if they want, they definitely come to the pool. And as a parent, everyone wants their kids to learn to swim. First, when you take your kid to learn to swim program without knowing what a competitive swimming is, you just want your kids to learn to swim, right? And as they eventually learn to swim, as they grow into competitive swimming, parents also will learn how to be a part of the swim team and the role as a parent. Yeah, like we have a certain stages of swimming. For example, you start at a 6 for a learn to swim program, then you go to under 8, then you go to under 10, then you go to under 12, then you go to under 14. Here, these are the stages for a parent. They play a different role. For example, under 10, under 8, under 10, under 8, what we expect from a parent is they make sure that they come to learn to swim for all the sessions without a break, and make sure that the kids attend all the 24 sessions of a learn to swim program. As they progress towards the learn to swim advanced, or you can say intermediate, what we want them to understand is it is not just coming to the pool. There are a lot of other factors which you need to keep in mind. These are the things like bringing them on time to the pool without missing any sessions, build a contact with the coach, and make sure that they carry some say snack with them so that they can have it soon after the session is over. And as they grow into pre-competitive, they learn all the 4 strokes, and parents here have to make sure that they don't put too much of pressure on the coach or a swimmer where they start pushing them too fast, too early into competitive swimming. Under 10, we want all the kids to learn all the 4 competitive strokes and all the turns for all the 4 strokes. And as they grow older, when they go to under 12, we want them to learn how to approach a competition, how to be as a part of the team, and at the same time, we want the parents to be part of the team, be as one team, and make sure that you just expect them to enjoy the sport without any performance pressure. And under 14, as they come to under 14, I would recommend that they will definitely swim all the 4 strokes during the practice, but at the same time, they can choose their own events for the racing. But till 14, I would surely say that you please do not say that he is going to be a backstroker, he's a breaststroker, he is a butterflyer, and allow them to swim all the 4 strokes till they're 14, but they can compete in their own events. Yeah. And as they go to group 1, that's under 17 and above, this is the time they've already been into swimming for the last almost 7-8 years. And here, what they do is they start specializing their events. As they grow up, till about 12, 13, 14, allow them to race irrespective of their performances, progressions, or improvement in the time. Allow them to race each and every competition. Let them race at least once in a month, twice in a month. But when they come to 16, 17, 18, uh, this is the time they can actually peak only twice a year, 3 times a year. They are the major meets. But again, they can race other meets without doing any taper. Here, uh, parents tend to expect their kids to improve all the competitions. Each and every competition, they expect them to improve the timing, which is not possible. They're not machines. And the kids between the age of 10 to 14 definitely will improve because of their practice and the growth. Swimmers need encouragement and support from their parents at all the stages of the swimming career, and especially when they are not doing well. Like I said, each and every child does when they're 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And everybody goes through a stagnation period where this is a tough time for a swimmer, and the same for a parent too. These are the times where they tend to plan quitting the sport. This is the challenge of a coach and parent to keep the kids' motivation level high so that they don't give up swimming. And as a coach, we try to find a solution where they can actually get better than what they were before. And at the same time, we need support from the parents so that the kids are into the sport. We all know that nobody wants to lose. No coach wants the swimmers to swim slow. No swimmers want to swim slow and lose. Yeah, I would say the parents, one important thing role here I can say is meet a coach once in a month to check the progress of the kids. Like I said, punctuality is most important of a child. The parents' job is to make sure that they bring the child to the pool on time. If the session begins at 5:30, try not to be there on 5:30, at least be there 5 minutes before, so that the kid does not miss the briefing session which happens before the training begins. Yeah, one is being punctual, the other one is being regular to the practice. Most of the parents think that coming to the pool regularly just before the competition, 3 or 4 weeks before the meet, does help them, which is not. We generally work in season wise. Like, so I would say the minimum season would be 16 weeks of training. It's not that you can take it easy in the first 4 weeks, then the next week 4 weeks better, and the last 8 weeks are so important, which is not that. You have to be regular for each and every session. The coach decides if the particular swimmer needs more rest or doesn't have to swim that particular session. Right. And the third thing is nutrition is so important. Yesterday we had a good chat with Ananya. After training morning and evening, like intense training for both the sessions 10 times a week, if the child doesn't have proper nutrition, the training doesn't give any kind of an effect. You make sure that you please pack your swim bags, and at the same time make sure that you carry your light snack, your fruits and your water and your energy drink before you go to the pool. We have come across a lot of parents who do interfere a lot in coaching, and these happens especially in a small teams where there's a club run program, which is leisure swimming, not like a training center. What my suggestion is, my request is, allow the coach to coach, give him freedom to coach, and please do not tell him this is what I want you to do, that's what we want you to do with my kid. And when there's a competition for under 6 or under 8 or under 10, parents are under tremendous pressure. They want their kids to win, and they put the same pressure on the coach, and they want their coach to do the best with their kids and they're on at the age of 8, where they should be learning the skills and technique of all the 4 strokes. In turn, they'll be putting a lot of pressure on them, making them to swim faster, working on the speed, and this in turn hampers their endurance technique at that level, that age, and ultimately they give up swimming at the age of 12 and 13. We don't want that. We have a clear objective at Glenmark. We want the swimmers to perform when they're 15, 16, 17 and above, not when they're 8, 9 and 10. We want them to be good swimming with the, we want them to be swimming very well when they're 15, 16, 17. At 8, 9 and 10, we want them to have a good technique, sound stroke, good turns on all the 4 strokes, and 11 and 12 build their endurance, and 13, 14, they start competing. Yeah. When we come to Dryland, I'm also talking about what we want, what we do at the pool as coaches, and in turn, what we expect from parents to do it. Yeah. Most of the swim teams across the country have their own Dryland training program. And I've seen most of the kids, even with that, they go elsewhere. They train outside. And this happens because of the parent. Parents want the kids to do very well. They think just by doing a good Dryland training, more Dryland training, they get better and faster, which is not true. We just had a coach, Bol, speaking about it. It's not that anything has to be done. If you want to get faster, be in the water. The specific training is more important than doing a training outside. Dryland training is best to be done at your own pool with your own coach, so that the swim coach knows exactly what they want him to do with the swimmer in the Dryland training. But again, if you have no choice, if you're still going outside for a Dryland program, you work in tandem with the coach. Make sure that your Dryland coach talks to the swim coach and gets done whatever exactly the coach wants him to do. And the Dryland training only helps them improve the strength and prevent them from injuries. And the biggest other thing I've come across is any parent in the beginning, they try to compare. I would say never ever compare your kid with anyone else, maybe their own siblings. They're all unique. Everyone does a good job. Everyone wants to swim faster. Everyone wants to win. Please never compare your child with anyone. And the other thing is, the moment the training is over, the moment they get into the car, they start talking about training. Why you did that? Why didn't you do this? Please do not talk about swimming with your children at home or anywhere else. Let the direction come from only one person. That is the swim coach. And as they grow up, like when they become 12, 13, 14, allow them to take their own decisions about swimming their events or training wise, the number of sessions. Let the kid talk to the coach and decide upon their events which they want to race. And at the same time, trust me, the moment they think of they're not liking the swimming, that means the end of swimming. We should never get that kind of thought in the mind at all. Allow them to enjoy the sport, and everyone has go through the failures. The moment kids don't do well after competition, never shout at them. Call up and find out what exactly went wrong, what can be better, what can get better. Ask them to talk to the coach. Never shout at your kids, and teach them to deal with the failures so that they can race better the next time. I hope most of the parents go to the pool. I would definitely recommend all of you at least go to the pool once a week and watch your child train. And expectations. It's a big thing. Everyone has an expectation. Administrators, managements, parents, coaches, swimmers, they have their own expectations. But again, they have to be very, very, I would say, to the current situation. You cannot expect more than what you've been doing. If you expect a swimmer to improve like 10 seconds in a 50 freestyle, which is not possible, you have two swimmers on the team which do the same workout, but you have different workouts. That's because of the physiology of the swimmer. And this is what I want the parents to understand. Same given workout to two kids will not get the same results. Please try to understand. Have patience. Allow them to train. Allow them to swim. Give them some time. Yeah. We have another debate. Like we always keep talking about early maturers versus late maturers. We have a lot of cases, a lot of examples. We have seen kids performing at the age of 10, breaking national records, and under 12, when they go to under 12, they're just medalists. Under 14, they're just finalists, and by 15, they're out of swimming. We want it the other way around. We want them to be finalists when they're under 10, medalists when they're under 12, and as they grow into swimming, like we want them to swim faster and break national records when they're 15, 16, 17. We haven't seen too many people swimming at the nationals 20 years and over of the age, especially in the girls section. Men's, we have a couple of swimmers who are swimming 20 plus over years because they have been employed in BSF or services or railways. This is where the challenge is. The moment they start getting the salary, they tend to give up. We want the parents to encourage them, whether they're studying in 8th or 10th or 12th standard, please make sure that they don't take a long break from the swimming. I would say at least 4 times a week. Just go to the pool, make sure that you do talk to the coach, and keep your aerobic high. At least maintain your aerobic capacity so that you can come back after exams are over and continue to train from where you are. We have come across another big challenge with the parents of the female swimmers. This is, they all mature earlier at the age of 11, 12, 13. They all do very well when they are 13, 14. And at 15, 16, they all are stuck. Good amount of dryland training, good amount of nutrition, good amount of training, they don't improve. But I'm sure this has happened because they've been pushed too hard, too young. This is the reason. So that's why we need to have a roadmap where they actually have goals for 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, so that we have a swimmer who can still improve when they're 15, 16, 17. Girls have another challenge. That is, they tend to gain weight. Most of them, they gain weight. Within a week's time, they have, no, it's not everyone has it, but most of them, I would say. But these are the times where, as a parent, you have to make sure that their intake calories are not as the same as when they were training. Yeah, and the role of a parent, or I can say responsibility, is when you are a part of the swim team, make sure that you're just not a one parent there. You have to be with all among the others, be as one, help each other, and also work with the management in case of any need or help, So with this, I would like to, I'd like to stop here and take some questions from you. Vijay? Hello? Vijay?
Yeah, coach, all is good, no problems.
Okay, fine. So we'd go with the question answers. If anybody has any question, please go ahead and send it to me. So I have a question here. So when can a child be prepared for aggressive dryland training? I would say dryland training for we definitely want to do dryland training for under 10 also, but it's just with the body weight. With they can probably do some say 5 push-ups or 4 or 5 sets, and do some abs exercises and some skipping. And as they grow older, when you say aggressive dryland training, aggressive, I would say it's required for a sprinter and for a well-built, huge male adult, maybe like 17, 18 and over. 12 years. 12 years. I would recommend nothing to lift at all. Just the body weight exercises like 1 kilo dumbbell, some push-ups and skippings and abs. That should take care of it. And at 12, I would recommend they should be doing more of technique work and building a lot of endurance, aerobic capacity. How the parents deal with tumors just before event? Yeah, that's a good question. How the parents deal with tumors just before the event? Your job is make sure that you bring them to the pool and leave them over to the coach. And the coach and the child is more important. They know each other. They spend about at least 24 hours a week at the pool. They know what to. They have done a good job with training. The coach will take care of the child. Your job is to just tell them you just do whatever you can. Do your best. That's it. Another question. After such a long break, what should be our expectation? How much time will it take for swimmers to come back to the regular regime? So here, I would say, yeah, she's a young kid. She's just about 11 now, not in 11. These kids they have plenty of energy, and if they've been doing the regular dryland routine, which we've been recommending at home on a daily basis, they should not take more time. I would say they should get back to their original form in about 3 to 4 weeks. Yeah. Yeah, Park Jane, should we do dryland in this off season each day? Yes, I would say yes. I would. How old is your kid, Park Jane? I would recommend at least not 2 hours at a stretch. I would say 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening, which includes, I would say 1 hour includes 15 minutes of your cardio type, jumping, skipping, anything else, and 30 minutes of your strength or anything. And then the next 15 minutes will be TheraBand and your stretching, and finish it off. 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening. How do we keep parents and kids motivated till 15 years as you suggested? See, how do you keep parents and kids motivated till 15 years as you suggested? What happens if a kid wins at the age of 10? If somebody has won a gold medal at the age of 10, what motivates them to win next year? They already have a gold medal. But the only thing which motivates them is the time which they improve by season. It doesn't matter what they win, whether they win a national medal or break a record, but make sure that they keep improving, they enjoy the sport. If you want to keep themselves motivated, and please put them on their, I would say, have fun at the pool. Allow them to play cross training. Let them play dodgeball. Let them play something else on a weekly basis, at least for about 30-40 minutes. Relays, water polo, these things keep them motivated. When you start doing this, kids will never miss the session. The next question is, sir, now due to lockdown, there's no swimming for 4 to 6 weeks. How much it is affect the swimmer in terms of speed? How to overcome this during these times? See, I know the swimmer. What I can say is, he's not on a higher side, the weight wise. I just answered the same question. I don't think they'll take more than 4 weeks to get back to shape. And this is what we exactly start doing. The moment we resume the training, we would say we just do a lot of aerobic with good technique. At low intensity, good aerobic, good technique. This should take care of the first 2 weeks. Within the next 2 weeks, they should come back to their normal shape. Yeah, Aryan Jaiswal. The Aryan is avoiding dryland since last few days. What can I do to keep him motivated? Aryan Jaiswal, I think, you know what, how old is he? He cannot avoid it because he knows that he's going to be into swimming anytime soon, but he has to motivate himself or ask him to talk to his coach. That's the best thing. He can't avoid dryland, absolutely not. and he will take double the time. When other kids come back to the water, will be back to shape in 3 weeks. He'll be taking 6 weeks plus. Please tell him talk to his coach. Kavita Kuskar, sir, is is pre-swim warm-up and post-swim stretches be left to swimmers or should be under coach's supervision? It is best to be done under coach's supervision. But the problem is, see, you all are out for the entire day, and you will be straight away coming from the school. After spending so much of time, you'll be, the parents are in a hurry to go back to the houses so that they can finish their homework, study, eat, and sleep. So that you have to make sure that the coaches have to inculcate this habit of doing a good stretching program, even if it's not done at home or unsupervised. They should definitely do it at home, at least for 20 minutes. Good. And it's not done in a hurry. They should take their own time, and they all know how to do it. Sorry, my son started training at the age of 10. Is that too late to start competition? Absolutely not. I just spoke to you. I have a lot of examples which I can give you. The kids who started swimming at the age of 11, 12, they swam the first 8 meter at the age of 13, are now champions. A swimming career lasts anywhere between 5 and 15 years. And believe me, swimming is a very boring sport. You keep on doing the same workout every day, every week, which is not easy. And it's, if you have to keep them motivated, you have to do something different, be fun, be challenging. 10 is absolutely not at all late to start. I would definitely say it's the right age for them to start competitive swimming. Natish Kumar, during this lockdown, how do we keep our aerobic level at good stage? You've been doing the skipping training, which we've been doing at the pool. See, if you want to keep your aerobic level at a good stage, I would say any kind of exercise. It can be spot running, jumping, skipping, steps, or a mixture of everything, could be done for about 35 to 40 minutes non-stop, where your heart rate is always kept at 140 heart rate, will definitely keep you at a good aerobic stage. Nilima Mukherjee. My child is always in tension before competition. How do I support him? My child is 11-year-old. 11-year-old competition fear is always there. And please believe me, 11-year-old is absolutely fine. They have to keep racing, just I told you. They have to keep racing very often. Say you have a lot of inter-club swim galas, inter-school swim galas, allow them to swim. And never talk about what went wrong. I let the coaches allow the coaches to handle this, but make sure that they keep racing, irrespective of their performance, whether they win or not, improve or not, keep them motivated. Please talk to them. First competition, they fear actually. The more they compete, they get better. Then Mithil, sir, till when will you recommend a swimmer to pursue swimming as a professional, focus on academics after a certain age? I would say you should at least swim till the age of 23 along with your academics. And if you look at the swimmers in the US and Australia, they've been doing this. All the college swimming, everything. And in fact, all the college swimmers, they actually stay in the college itself. They make their own food. They walk to the pool. They walk to the colleges. They manage themselves. There are a lot of cases, and if you've recently seen the survey, it says the peak performance of a swimmer is between 22 and 25. So I would say 22, 23 is the best age for you to continue to swim. Tell that. Manish Paskar. How do we keep the kids motivated and train them mentally during the lockdown? All of a sudden, they have full of free time. Please set them a routine. Allow them to watch TV, 1 hour of morning exercise, 1 hour of evening exercise. Let them read something. I'm sure they'll have some online courses too. And please supervise, allow them, teach them how to cook some small dishes. Any other sport like cycling or running is better than doing only dryland training. Of course, cycling would be better if it's done in a supervised manner. Road cycling would be a little dangerous in India right now. Running is better, but during the lockdown period, I don't think you can run outside. I would say you have a cross trainer at home, treadmill at home. That's the only option right now you have. Sure. My daughter is 9 years. She's training for past 1 year, but her performance is not up to the mark. How do we decide that she will be able to a little further or not? She's 9 years. 9 years, I just spoke to you about it. 9 years is the time you don't look at their improvement at all. Uh, Please talk to the coach. The only thing what you have to do is she has to learn good technique on all the four strokes. It's not the time to improve. She has to just get a technique right. Sir, can there be a sort of quarterly, half-yearly report card just as in school so that I can be aware of the progress? Aryan Jaiswal, I'm sure it is done, but most of it cannot be shared. It is done as a test set and the coach is aware of it. And I'm sure the only way you can see the progress is you can talk to the kid, and I'm sure the kids also know that. And the kid who used to struggle doing a 3100s on 130 is comfortably doing after 6 months of training. And I'm sure after every competition, you have a time performance to see the progress. But other than this, the best thing is to talk to your concerned coach, say once in a month, or if necessary, even earlier than that. In today's time, if they are doing cardio cycling in the evening, what heart rate should be maintained? So this is here, I said, see, I know Vedant, since he does a 1500, 800, 400, I would definitely say want him, anything he does, whether it's cycling or treadmill or cross trainer or running, he should be working at least for about 30 to 40 minutes at a constant heart rate of 140 pulse for about 35 to 40 minutes. That should keep him going. That should keep him going. What is the right age to start with gym training or lifting weights? Um, I would say 13 and over with light weights, not heavy at all. And I would still say body weight, like push-ups are the best thing. Push-ups, core, abs, skippings, these are things, and pull-ups. Gym training, we would recommend not earlier than 15, and especially for the boys, when they're 16, 17, if they're really built, and it depends on what requirement they need. If they're distance, then again, it differs. If they're sprinters, it differs again. The best is talk to your concerned coach and in concern with a dryland trainer. Yeah. Do we have any more questions, please? Yeah. Should children of age 12 lift weights 2 or 3 kilos? Not at all. Not at all. I would say we do it with water bottles. You won't believe 12 years of kids, we say half water bottle, three-fourth water bottle, or 1 kilo. 1 kilo, maybe a light medicine ball, that should be fine. But if they can do a good push-up, then why do you have to lift weight? Not necessary to lift weight for a 12-year-olds. So I joined late when it was over in the session recorded and it will be put up. You, Vijay will answer this question. Yeah, yeah, it will be up there. So please, my request to the parents is, please have patience. Please have patience. Allow the swimmers to swim, enjoy the sport. Allow the coaches also to work with freedom, um, and everything will be fine. Any more questions, please? Vijay?